I hit a ghost in the face, or an entity, or something that I could not perceive with my eyeballs. I hit with my rope. The other day after dinner, I was outside doing like my after dinner exercise, jump rope, rope flow, just a whole bunch of things together. I try to at least do like 10 minutes of jump rope is my minimum. It usually ends up turning into much more than that because it starts out, I don't want to do it. And then after a few minutes, I don't want to stop until I'm like completely exhausted and drenched. Um, but I had been doing outside for, I don't know, at least 20 minutes at that point, just doing stuff. Like I was in the rope flow portion of whatever. I don't remember the scope of everything I did, but I was in the rope flow portion, like swinging my rope around like figure eights, because I don't know that many moves yet, but I'm learning. And you have a really good awareness of where the rope is, because as you're learning, you hit yourself with it a lot. Like you'll smack yourself in the leg enough times in the exact same spot that you know before it happens where it's about to, bam, same spot, bam, same spot, bam, same spot. You have a very, very good like awareness of how much space you're taking up in space around you, and every time that rope is going to smack you, and you just know where it is. You just get a good feel for where it is. So like when you're swinging it around, if you mess something up and it's going to hit you in the face, you're like, oh, here it comes, bam. You know what I mean? Like just how it is. And when I hit the ghost in the face, I was swinging it, and it was behind me on my right side, like about my shoulder height, at the extent of the rope, so probably 2.5 to 3 feet behind me, depending. But it was so clear that I hit something. I had my earbuds in because I like to listen to music when I'm flowing my rope. I thought my girlfriend had come outside because she couldn't get my attention because I had my earbuds in, and I thought it smacked her in the face. Like it was one of those where it's like as soon as it happened, I was like, oh, like thought 100% for sure, not a doubt in my mind, I just whapped somebody. And I thought it was her because she's the only somebody around home, because I standing in front of my sliding glass doors that lead out to the patio, and that's, I'm facing this way. The only way somebody could come up behind me is through the sliding glass doors. That's where she was, in the living room, through the sliding glass doors. It was like exactly at her like face height, right in there. I think she's like 5'4" or something like that. It's like right about my shoulder height. Smacked her right in the face. But it wasn't her. But it was, the rope weighs 1.5 pounds, I think it is. It's like 880 grams or something. So, do the math, I don't know. But it's substantial. And it's like, it's moving fairly quickly when I do that. Enough that if it hit you in the face, like you would know it, especially at that speed. A lot of times when I hit myself, it's not going that fast because it's like I anticipate it. I kind of slow it down, or I'm dodging or whatever, move with it. So it was moving pretty good. There's nothing that this rope could have hit right there at the time that it was moving through that area of space, except something that was there that I couldn't see. So at this point, this is a couple weeks ago, I don't know, a week and a half ago, I don't know. And so 2 days after that, okay, also, I wouldn't say I'm afraid of ghosts, I'm afraid of demons, but if I think something's going on, something like spooky, something spooky, I will get like the hairs raised. Like I'm like, nah, I don't want to be here. I'm gonna go upstairs. Let me go where there's a people. Let me go where there's, light. Let me go where there's safety of some sort. Like I don't know. I don't know. Grown-ups who say that they're not afraid of the dark, like they're either lying or that shit is just not meant for me. Because I've always been a little bit afraid of the dark. Like the actual dark doesn't scare me, but the shit concealed within it does. Like dark alone in the woods at night, like I don't know, bro. Not for me. Don't love it. But when this happened, I didn't feel any sense of fear or uncomfortable or like the heebie-jeebies. I wonder where that originated from, the heebie-jeebies, the etymology of the phrase. I didn't feel any of those things. I just was like, oh, and then I was like, there's nobody there. Go ahead. And then I kind of just went back to it. Like I wasn't like, I don't know. It felt strange, and then it didn't feel scary, and it didn't feel startling like after the fact. Like it was startling when it initially happened, but then that was it, and then it went away. Like I was just like, oh, I just hit a ghost or an entity in the face. Or I could have hit it in its boob, I don't know, or its neck. I don't know how big it is. I don't know. It could have been any. I could have hit it in its like 14th elbow. I have no idea. It could have been an octopus ghost. I have no idea. But I hit it something. I hit something. But it wasn't a scary something. So then I was trying to think, like, what was it? Because I noticed immediately at the time, like, I don't feel scared. I don't feel like any kind of that hair-raising uncomfortableness. So I was like, I wonder if was my Nan. But that was what I called my grandma, was Nan and Pap, Grandma and Grandpa. But at that point, because she was shorter too, I don't even know if she was 5 foot. But at that point, I was like, I feel like I'm forcing it, trying to force, because it wasn't like it instantly came to my mind. It was just like, I was kind of thinking comfortable presences of people that have passed that potentially were trying to get because I always am like hoping like my dad will try to contact me, or my Nan will try to contact anybody that I lived, a life with, and they had passed, they come back to say hi or whatever. I understand they're busy, whatever. But anyway, so I say all that about being comfortable because a couple days after that, I was in the kitchen. I stand when I eat. I stand, like, usually in the kitchen. It's rare if I'm sitting when I'm in the kitchen. It's like an eat-in kitchen. But I usually am standing. Almost always. I don't sit very much. And my girlfriend was in the couch right on the other side of the breakfast bar. And I think I was eating something, maybe. But something touched my neck. I think it was on the left side, like like right at the bottom of my hair, like the two little hair trails you have that kind of go down your neck on either side. It's like right on the left side. And I was thinking it was my hair because I have like long hair. I was thinking maybe it was just, because we maybe had the fan on in the living room and it just blew a little hair, just touched me, whatever. But it was going on, and it was still going on, and then it was still going on, and then, this is probably like a full second or slightly more than a full second. Like when something is touching you that you don't know what is touching you, that's a long time. Like what the hell is and I went and I did one of those because I was thinking at that point it's a bug. It was not a bug. There was nothing there. There was no bug. There's no flying bugs. There's no nothing. And it wasn't a bug. It wasn't like a walkie feeling. Like it was like a touchy feeling. Like something touching me. You know what I mean? Like not like just like a little wispy like touch. Like it was like something like touching me. Like And I didn't say anything because like I said, my girlfriend was right in front of me on the couch. I didn't say anything at the time because it was like, I was like, what? Like it like short circuited me, just like the other day with the rope. Like it fully, I was like, oh, like something touched me. Something touched me. And I think that's what I said. You know, after like a minute that I had to think, I don't know, get my letters back into my brain so I could broadcast thoughts to my mouth. Like something touched my neck. You know, something touched my neck. And it was the same kind of feeling where, other than being short circuited, I didn't feel scared. No heebie jeebies. Yeah. I've still been thinking about these things. I'm almost hoping, not almost, fully am hoping that it happens more. That, I don't know what your beliefs are, obviously. I don't even know who you are. But I believe in things from the other side, other sides. I believe in afterlife. Other life doesn't have to be after, it's just other life. That's what my Muslim buddy would say. He's like, when we go other life. But he's talking about whatever version of heaven. I'm just saying on the other side, when you're not incarnated into this type of physical being, body, whatever. They call it the 3D. And a lot of the psychic type people, because I watch a lot of near death or out of body experience videos and things, and they talk about how the earth is transitioning into this 5D energy. Almost like there's going to be two earths. I don't know exactly what that means. There's all kinds of debate about what it means. Some people are even saying like there's actually going to be like a split, almost like similar to like a rapture of types. I don't think it's going to be like that, but it's way more like the entire consciousness of the planet kind of evolves, and people are much more heart-centered, much more loving, and a lot of the control structures and the powers that be that are, you know, charging us insane amounts of money for all of these things, a lot of these structures begin to fall because of the change in the group consensus consciousness of reality, that people don't want to deal with this anymore, and they want to get back to knowing your neighbor, and, you know, like things just existing in and about and around love in general. And I am all for that, because that's literally what I want to do. I want to create a community. I want to, like, I try to love everybody, all of those things. So if the veil, they keep saying the veil is going to be thinning, and we're moving towards like a heaven on earth type situation. And obviously I want that, because I want, you know, to be an infinite, eternal being. I think a lot of people that are alive would want that. That doesn't mean that I think heaven is where you sit on a cloud and you strum a harp, or I don't know what you do with a harp. You harp on it? I don't know. But I don't know that it's like that. It's just that basically that there's more. There's much, much more, and this is a tiny, tiny piece of it. So I'm rooting for some version of that, because I don't want to die. And I think that there is some things like that, and that when we die, we don't actually die. But right now I'm in this body, and I have these loved ones around me, and I want to have the thinning of the veil, or the heaven on earth, or whatever, all of the things that are going to happen. Darius J. Wright, anybody follow Darius J. Wright? Out of body guy, but he talks about how the heaven on earth thing is going to happen and all of that. And is this the first signs of that are popping up in my life? Because I think I have had one or two Mandela effect things personally affect me. Like a bunch of the big ones, like the Berenstein Bears and Fruit of the Loom. Oh yeah, a bunch of those ones have got me. But I mean, like where I have a conversation with somebody repeatedly, and then later on when we have the same conversation, they claim that I claimed a different thing that was literally the opposite. And it wasn't like a he said, she said misinterpretation. It was literally like reality had changed to support the thing that they're now saying, like my very own personal Mandela effect. And then now I smacked a ghost in the face with a rope and something touched my neck. I don't drink. I don't like, it's not like I'm like all high on, high on weed or anything like that. Like, I'm very level headed almost always. I've never had anything like this before in my life. I've never had any thing that I would even say slightly touch me or I touched. Like, I've had maybe where I thought there was a shadow that did this. I've had scary situations, everything. Nothing to the level of physical interaction. So, anybody else have anything recently? I mean, like, just curious, if you think I'm crazy, cool. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I mean, it's definitely crazy. I have no other explanation though. So, I don't know, but really cool, really exciting. I love it. I hope I experience more. I love you. Have a great day.